Even though Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Easter eggs are pretty good, they hardly capture the significance of Easter, an actual historical event whose importance cannot be overstated. But let me try. The event known as Easter starts before the beginning of time. That's right, before time began, God hatched a plan, that's an Easter pun for you, a plan that actually involves you. Here it is. God decided to create the heavens and the earth, and to put one man and one woman in charge, Adam and Eve. Together, God and his appointed authorities would fellowship together in his creation. God gave the man and the woman one rule: do not eat from this tree, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. In this rule, God was giving humanity a choice: submit and obey me, your maker, or disobey me and incur the sentence for breaking your creator's laws, death. Spoiler alert, they chose poorly. They disobeyed God and ate from the tree, an act of cosmic treason, choosing to rebel against the author of life and incur his temporal and eternal punishment. Here's where the story gets personal. You and I join Adam and Eve in their rebellion. You and I disobey God willingly and knowingly. We lie, hate, steal, blaspheme, lust. You know, we break the 10 Commandments. A lot. In other words, you and I deserve the same fate as Adam and Eve: death, eternal death. But here's the good news. God is incredibly kind and merciful, so he prepared a plan to rescue Adam and Eve and all their sinful offspring from the death sentence they deserve. It's here, at the beginning, God promised a deliverer that would rescue humanity from the consequences of their sin. That's actually the story of the whole Bible. From peasants to kings, we follow the family of this promised Savior, the Israelites, living in this broken world as they look forward to the arrival of the deliverer. Enter Jesus. Jesus was born of a virgin in Bethlehem, never disobeyed God, miraculously healed the sick, and announced he was God in flesh. In fact, it was this claim to divinity that stirred his fellow Jews to plot against him. They said that any man who claims to be the God of all creation should be put to death. And that's precisely what happened to him. Just as God had planned, and just as hundreds of prophecies predicted, Jesus was stripped and beaten by soldiers, whipped until his back was a bloody and shredded mess. He had a crown of thorns smashed onto his head. Then, barely able to stand, he was forced to carry the cross he'd be nailed to. Naked, the creator of all the universe had long spikes driven through his wrists and ankles, held up and mocked by a crowd as he slowly suffocated. In one final gasp, Jesus voluntarily gave up his spirit, dying the death of a common criminal. This was all God's prearranged plan before eternity began. Jesus Christ, God in flesh, received the wrath of God on behalf of sinners. 3 days after Jesus died, he rose from the dead, proving that he was truly God and that in him, mankind can be forgiven and restored to their Creator. This is the story of Easter. The story of the single most important day in the universe. The day the entire Bible points toward. The day that split history. Easter is that monumental. Easter is that pivotal. To celebrate the holy day that divides the calendar with colored eggs and sugary treats is to seriously miss the importance of a day that determines the eternal destiny of every single person ever to live.
What's up, guys? Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Next week, we got more content coming at you, so make sure you subscribe.